Greetings, fellow survivors. Rhadamant here. Thank you for tuning in to Into the Dead, Our Darkest Days. Episode 6, Helping a Helicopter Pilot. Okay, telescope's this way. Come on, turn around. She might not be the type to ever turn around. So, in case she yells... Oh, these guys are not going to be cooperative either. I was hoping to actually clear out the area a little bit, so there was not a lot of zombies around to hear the screaming, but I'm just going to have to rush her, I think. My bat has a good swing left in it, so let's do it. No noise, lady, no noise. Okay, good. Vantage points. 3. Another arcade, a house, and a plaza. And hopefully they get us closer to the airlift. It's also possible there's a survivor in this building. So before we bail on it, let's just make sure that we've explored all the areas that are like easier and safer to explore. Lockpick. I am blocked. So never mind. We can't go any further that way. I've got to be, what, like, 6th, 7th floor? I mean, we're pretty high up. I mentioned this before, but there is fall damage. So there are some cases where, like, the game will allow you to, like, jump to your doom. When I was playtesting this game, I absolutely did that to myself. Do not suggest. Okay, got one swing left. A golf club! Without a lockpick, I'm not getting behind whatever that was, but let's bail on this area. I hadn't been down this way. That does not look like it has a fire escape, though. Yeah, I'm going to keep what I have. I think we end up having a lot of water right now, but water does allow you to cook, so it's nice to stockpile water and food. Because if you need to, like, recover, running out of food and water sucks. So stockpiling food and water so you can recover when you need to recover is always nice. All right, let's... Oh, we're between buildings. This isn't even the exit. I shouldn't be running here. Firearm parts. I'll trade in for the golf club. Are there places with high numbers of zombies? I'm not going to spoil the locations. I think it's probably best to leave that up to your imagination. I like how there was a zombie right at the exit. It's like, hi, bye! Don't turn around, we're fine, we're good. Diane already lost hope. Man, that was quick. Alright, so the locations that we found. We did find the Fitzgerald house, which gets us closest to the Millwood Manor, so obviously we're going to prepare to go there next. As far as weapons, I've probably need to make some more weapons. So let's send Diane back out and Joe to make a machete, a bat, and a glass bottle. We also don't have a lot of meals, so tomorrow we'll probably have to make meals as well. Am I going to finish with the locked door? No. The goal is to definitely get to the Millwood Manor, so that's where I'm going to be pushing to. Pretty swanky house you got here. Oh, come on. So I could probably get up to the roof from that porch. That doesn't look like fun. Is there a way to expand inventory space? No. I mean, using a survivor that has better inventory space. But there isn't like backpacks or anything like that. Despite the fact that you see one on me. That's just cosmetic. Nice and quiet tomahawk. If I used the other weapon, it probably would have made too much noise. I wouldn't have been able to do 2 stealth kills. Let me tell you, when I was learning how to play this game and I tried to use the banjo as a weapon, oh, that was a mistake. Banjo's a little loud, as you might imagine. I killed one thing with a banjo, and like the whole building woke up. I was like, oh damn, not good. I'm in the process of having a very, very, very bad day. So we are moving into this location. I don't necessarily need to loot everything. If there's no room, I'll pick it up later, once we move. We have the scouting spot above me, guarded by that one. I believe this guard does turn around. Hey, Dennis, thank you for the resub. Yeah, there he goes. And we can move in now. Found the Pioneer Motor Company. With all threats cleared, I don't need to be quiet. So let's run out and move in. So, the Fitzgerald house will put us in spitting distance of the Millwood Manor, where the airlift is going to be. So we're going to move shelter and make our way over there. Joe. Looks like you need to sleep. And then Diane. Get you some healing. Now, is there melee weapons for us to go? Yeah, oh yeah. Okay. I'll take a bunch of the, like, single-use melee weapons and then the good stuff. And out we go. The barricades had enough HP that they should hold up for a day or two. So this is the spot that we picked up radio transmissions about coming to for a quiet landing airlift. Not that helicopters can be quiet, but the idiot who requested the airlift thinks they can. This building... Is that an open door? No. Oh, it's barricaded though. This building is, swarming? Unfortunately, none of the clinics are returning my calls. I need to head to Greenhaven and pay our friends another visit. Bring whatever you can use to barter. I hate dealing with those people, but we must do what has to be done. Oh, speaking of which, a necklace. The game saying bring things to barter. I will listen. Not going to be able to catch that zombie before it reaches the end of the hallway. Come on, turn around. There's one underneath the table. Let's use the big old machete. So, clue. Gabriella, I noticed a breakfast tray in the upstairs bedroom. I shouldn't have to remind you, but I will. That room is absolutely off limits. Only I will bring her meals from now on. Bossy, huh? Okay, we unbarricaded this. The, like, hyperventilating zombie is really uncomfortable. Do not like that at all. What? A fresh trail of bread snakes away from the crash leading towards the house. It says, talk to the pilot. there was a zombie over to the east. There is definitely a crashed helicopter in the background there, right here. Blackhawk fully down. And... Hey! You okay? Ugh, Christ. That old-timer lost his damn mind, cuffed me to this here railing. I wish this room would quit spinning. Stay with me. Where are the keys? Bedroom. Reckon he put him down in the bedroom. Careful. He's watching it like a... Ugh. Various prescriptions made out to Darlene Buckner. There's a wide assortment of antivirals and a collection of both stimulants and depressants. Shush. Quiet. If you hear about the groundskeeper position, you best come back tomorrow. Is everything okay here? Fine, fine. Why wouldn't it be? Well, there's a man handcuffed in your study. Oh, that. Well, I was a bit heavy-handed, I admit. But that pilot's been pushier than a damn door-to-door salesman. My wife's resting. We can leave here when she's awake. Till then, we'll just have to sit tight. Pass it on, will you? And tell him he's paying for that rug. The man's a mess. So, chat choices. I'm gonna have you guys choose. I can say, mind if I check the bedroom? The helicopter is destroyed. What's wrong with your wife? Or leave. Alright, I'm gonna go with that helicopter is destroyed. Listen here, I'm not postponing this trip any longer, understand? I don't want excuses, and I don't want to hear another damn word about this quarantine nonsense either. I'm really glad this guy has all of his marbles. Because, you know, he's making a lot of sense. I got friends in Washington. They'll make an exception for us, he says. Alright. What's wrong with your wife? I feel like I'm poking a bear here, but alright. Happens to be a private matter. All I'll say is we have a treatment plan, and she's well on the road to recovery. A vicious snarl can be heard through the room. Bah, if those damn pills the nurse gave her, you give her these night terrors, convulsions. She needs a change of scenery, that's all. We're flying out to Baltimore soon. The air is good up there. Bracing. She'll be back in her old self. Alright. Mind if I check the bedroom? What kind of question is that? Of course I damn well mind. An unsettling shriek can be heard through the door. See? Now she's all riled up. I told you. Your gosh darn... keep your gosh darn voice down. Alright. Noted. One flew over the cuckoo's nest. And crashed. What happened? Some guy on the radio. Red. He said he'd give me 100 grand to fly here. Pick him up. Easy money. Big mistake. Got shut up real bad. The whole big area is, whatchamacallit? One of those, no-fly zones? Made it out to the crash. Come limping up here. Now he's got these handcuffs on me. Say, you got any tools, bolt cutters, to break them off? I don't know. I think I'm gonna throw up. So, yeah, I don't have bolt cutters, but, I could definitely return with bolt cutters. Or lockpicks, or both. His first mistake was caring about the money? Yeah, I don't disagree. I killed you while you were climbing. Well, that's a lot of wood. Alright, let's come back with bolt cutters. So, Joe, I'll have you barricade up the base, because it's down to 4 bars. I'd like it a little bit higher than that. Oops, didn't mean to do that. And Diane, you're going to be sent back out. I know you're a little tired. Not really, but have some coffee. Alright, she's also fully healed, which is good. So heading back out to the Millwood Manor. Gonna take a gun. Gonna take bolt cutters. And a makeshift machete. I don't know why I want a gun, but I want it. You never know. Ooh, I forgot about the background zombs. I don't want to piss them off. Oh, you know, I didn't take bullets. Good call. I can't really fire this thing, can I? Well, it's for show. FBI, open up. So I'm not sure if I've gone this way, which would be double backing underneath the bedroom that the... Oh, yeah, well, I have a bullet now. Which is where red is. Down you go. Oh, another melee weapon. Great. Well, yeah, it seems like there isn't an alternative path going up and around. So let's make our way back to the pilot and be like, hey, we can cut you free. I hope you haven't vomited on yourself to death. Alright, use bolt cutters. Thanks, man! Name's Cooper. Appreciate the help. So, he can operate aircraft and takes extra damage in combat. Happy to have you. Having a pilot? Sounds like a good thing. If you're wondering if I can't harm him, I can. Feel a little guilty about it, but not really. A note on the clipboard reads, pupil seems more focused today. Gray pallor persists, some trembling. Remind staff to carefully check the dates on any plasma bags they bring in. The last batch caused an obvious adverse reaction. And the wife is dead too. Here is the handcuff key. You know, if we wanted to free him that way, which, you know, I didn't. I just domed the guy. But you know what? He was essentially handcuffed the pilot, leaving him to die. So, yep, life's rough, but I don't feel guilty. My character does, though. Mental state, guilt. Don't worry, you'll play a little poker and forget all about it. Hell, you can even play with your new friend, Cooper. Alright, let's get out of here. Is there no other way to get past him other than shooting him? I don't know. I took one approach. Maybe there's others? He doesn't seem to be about to like let you in there, though. I'll say. I don't think there was any amount of, hey, could I please, to be able to get him to open up. Returning to shelter, and now we have a third member again, Cooper, the pilot. The pilot is badly wounded, seems to have lost a lot of blood. We should treat his wounds before they get any worse. So, taking a look at his health conditions, he has head trauma, treated by taking medicine, bleeding, treated with a bandage, and wrist fracture, treated with a splint. Diane, I want you to go to the med station and make a splint, because I don't own one of those. While you're there, make medicine and bandages and another splint. Cooper, here is a bandage, and here is medicine. So we're treating 2/3 of your health conditions. And you're obviously not going to go anywhere right now, because you're like all sorts of messed up. But let's have you cook. So, of his skills, he's badly hurt in commercial pilot license. Oh, you know, he's too hurt to cook. He's too hurt to do anything. So, I know you're not tired, but let's have you go play guitar with your hurt wrist? I don't know. There you go. You know, on second thought, I'm gonna have Diane join him up there to try to get rid of the whole murder guilt. And then, we'll have Joe craft up the splint. So, she doesn't feel guilty anymore, or not as guilty. And we now have a splint for Cooper to use. So now all of his medical conditions are recovering. He still can't cook yet, so we'll just have him sleep even though he's not sleepy. I will have Diane stay at home. Actually, how many melee weapons do we have? I might need to do another day of rest. Because I'm not sure I have the weapons to go out. Oh, we do. Okay. So Diane will go out. I'm going to have Joe go out, and Diane will cook food. Make some casseroles and coffee. As far as the materials, the base upgrade materials go, I need 1 tape for communal 3 and then 1 tape for medical 3. So tape is a high priority loot. We're kind of low on fasteners a little bit. But that would be the only thing short on. So tape, I guess. Let's go to the Mitchum Powell Plaza. And as far as escape plans go, the airlift is waiting on the pilot's recovery from a fracture. You know, I actually want to go to the other arcade. I like the arcade. The arcade was cool. Definitely a different vibe than the last one. Last one was like a clean mall. This one's a bit seedier. And got quite a lot of friends up in here. Oh my god. Yeah, I'm not opening that. Imagine barging through that door. Like, without checking it first. Ouch. Searching for lunch to getting munch. Alright, that is blocked. So what's interesting is this room here, I can only access taking on all the zombies through that, like, hell door. Good to know. Unless there's an alternative path, which I haven't yet found. I could climb up to the roof from that, which might be my next approach. Ooh. I wasn't crouched there. I almost did not make that in time. No vantage points. So the hell of zombies is directly below me. Ooh. I hear something of interest. It's down a floor. One thing I could try to do... Oh, I can jump the gap. Hey, it's a person. I see you. Yeah, I mean, I see you too, dude. I kind of pissed off the swarm here, but his name's Robbie. Glad to see you. How's it going? I always wanted to spend a week in an arcade, but it's getting kind of boring now. How are you so calm? I wasn't at first. I yelled a lot. I screamed at the walls. But you know what happened? I don't know what. Nothing. Nothing got any better. I could have cried things back. If I could have cried things back to normal, we'd be in a sea of tears. I only brought bad news. And I'm not after trouble. So what are you after? Inspiration. Before they started, I was working on a novel. I want to write that novel. I'm going to tell a story of Walton City. The story of a city that wouldn't die. So you're a novelist. Aspiring, but yeah. I know it doesn't sound useful. You're right. But hear me out. Stories give people hope. I believe in hope, don't you? So, he's a social drinker, extra morale gained from drinking alcohol, and a bad cook. Yeah, you can stay here, Robbie. I know it's not very nice of me, but... the dude that screams at the walls can find his own way out. Joe is savage. He's pragmatic. Oh, he's gonna see me if I do that. Those jumps would be so hard in real life. Yes, especially for Joe, who seems a little heavyset. I mean, I know I'm not one to speak, but it would be, well, actually, jumping is the one thing I'm good at in real life. I was a long jumper in high school and was pretty good at it. Alright, so here's the radio that I wanted to find. Oh, you know what? I want that. Yum. And it has no interaction spots. It's just fizzing and sizzling. Just static. That's fine. I don't mind grabbing some more medicine. So let's get on home and see about the next stage of the airlift. Because this should recover his wrist. He gained gnawing hunger, but recovered from bleeding. Fully recovered. Cooper is kicking himself. He says he only took this job for the extra cash. Now he's trapped in Walton like the rest of us. Although he's still a bit lightheaded and sore, Cooper is confident that he's healthy enough to fly. It's clear he's just as desperate to escape Walton City as we are. Cooper says that on the flight in, before everything went to hell, he spotted another helicopter sitting on the roof of St. Bernadette Hospital. We should head across town and see if it's still there. It might be running low on aviation fuel though, so we'll need to find some along the way. He thinks there may be a few cans stashed in the Buckling container yard if we're lucky. So, gnawing hunger, you say? Not anymore! I made casserole. In fact, everybody in the base is gonna be fat as hell. We're gonna be zombie food. But it's good to see that he's on the mend. So he still, of course, has head trauma recovering. May cause damage when using the rest area. So, like, he shouldn't sleep. Which I think I put him to sleep, which was bad. And wrist fracture recovering. He's still on the mend. But, and Diane's on the mend from well, murder. But it was worth it. We have a way out. And this is where I'm going to end, but what I wanted to point out is the quest locations here are now with a crosshair. So there's St. Bernadette Hospital there, and then we're hoping to loot aviation fuel from the container yard, which is way to the southwest. So one might imagine the way to beat this scenario, which I could do if I had like 2 extra hours, which I don't, would be to go to the container yard and then get to the rooftop or helicopter pad of St. Bernadette Hospital. The other thing I want to mention before I end is this is just one of the escape plans. There is, of course, the network. And without spoiling too much, the escape plans do diverge. So there's like multiple ways to do the network and, you know, multiple ways to do the airlift. So there's some replayability if you like the story and the game mechanics. But start to finish, this game is only about 6 hours. It's just a replayable 6 hours. So it depends on, you know, whether you like it or not, if you're going to try for the other escapes. And of course, it is in early access. So this isn't the only content that will exist. It will get expanded upon over time. But this, friends, is where I am going to leave off for today. Thank you for tuning in to Into the Dead, Our Darkest Days, which originally streamed live on Twitch. If you have any feedback or questions for me, let me know in the comments below. If you'd like to catch a live stream of mine, Rhadamant.com has my stream schedule and countdown timers to upcoming streams. If you would like to join my online gaming community on Discord, Rhadamant.com has a link to it, as does the description of this video. Thank you so very much for watching. Special thank you to my Twitch subscribers, Patreon patrons, and viewers like you that support the channel and made it all the way to the credits. Thank you so very much. I hope to catch you next episode or an upcoming stream. Farewell, fellow zombie apocalypse survivors.